Welcome back. You're live on Expresso and just in time to join a very important conversation. The adverse effect of the COVID-19 pandemic has shown itself in most industries and sectors, but I think the impact on South Africa's already sluggish film and television, or I won't say sluggish, challenged film and television industry has resulted in many production houses having to close their doors and many individuals suffering a huge amount. Now, the South African Screen Federation, or SASFED, last week announced a COVID-19 relief fund for which below-the-line workers can now apply to appease the effect of job loss. And joining us via video call to share more about this incredible effort is SASFED's Executive Director, Unathi Malunga. Unathi, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Graham. Thank you for having us.
I think we all feel a shared experience going through this. We obviously are in this industry. We know firsthand how challenging it has been over the last few months. It has been unprecedented, the amount of loss that we have seen. What is the current state of jobs looking like for those working in our beloved film and television industry?
Graham, it's not looking good. A lot of people have lost income due to the lockdown. The jobs halted immediately. International servicing works also stopped. We managed through appealing to government and submitting submissions to get some of the industry back to work at level 4, but it was predominantly for broadcast properties, so your telenovelas, your series, and even then, we've made sure that people return to work safely, so there has to be as few people as possible on the set. Crew is doubling up as extras, and we've provided health and safety calls as well, health and safety protocols.
I mean, we can testify to that. I mean, our amazing crew here at Expresso have had to double up as even, cleaners of the studio. Everyone's had to really adapt and change the way that we work to maintain that safety. But we've obviously been lucky enough to at least stay on air. Why are freelancers, do you think, the most disadvantaged when it comes to the current situation?
Freelancers are the most disadvantaged because, firstly, the majority of workers in the sector are freelancers. Whether you're a writer, you're an actor, and the various positions, the crew positions, it's all freelance work. And as a result, freelancers have not been able to qualify for the various relief efforts that government has put together with the private-public partnerships. And so it's a no work, no pay situation. It's a desperate situation. And also they're further compromised by the slow return to work as well. So that's why we had to do something.
And done something you have. You've been able to obtain a substantial fund to now provide at least some relief for the missing middle, if you will. Who is eligible for these funds and how can people apply?
There's a vast majority of people of crew categories, below the line workers that are eligible. The list is found on the Chikululu website, but it includes people like your camera department, your sound department, the whole arts department, carpenters, technicians. It's the people that are behind the scenes that are often forgotten. And we're incredibly grateful for Netflix to have come on board and given us 8.3 million rands to assist us in this way.
So moving forward, obviously, we've still got a long road ahead of us. As much as things are gradually returning to normal, there are still so many challenges awaiting us. What are your plans for the future? And do you have other plans for obtaining more relief measures for the most vulnerable within our already vulnerable industry?
Absolutely. Not everybody is covered by these relief methods. So we are working on an industry, by industry, for industry fundraising initiative. We're working with Grey Global International Advisors, who are also approaching international industry players on our behalf as well. I think it's important to mention that the Independent Producer Organization, the IPO, is driving this process together with SASFED. So the producers are coming to the table. They hired a crisis manager, Ms. Trish Downing, who's been driving this process. So not everybody has been covered, and we need to ensure that the full spectrum of the workers in this industry are covered.
You know, I've got to say, this is obviously where your role as SASFED really does actually come to bear. This might have been why you were created in the first place, to help the industry survive times like this. In a broader scope, what does the future of the film and television industry look like? How long is it going to take for us to recover?
Well, what has happened during this period is that the advantages that we've managed to gain are on behalf of the whole industry. So they're not just on behalf of SASFED members. Unorganized crew has realized that they need to organize. We've got a fantastic future ahead. I think that, there's an increased appetite for South African content. We've got our series, our programs, our films showing all over the world. Broadcasters are keen for content. They're keen on South African stories. So we really do have a future where, we contribute greatly to the economy. There's job creation, there's transformation, and so I'm looking forward to the future. We just have to get over this period. Who knows how long it's going to last, but we have to just try and support our workers as best we can.
With solidarity, we will endure and we will survive, and who knows, come through this with a greater narrative, a better story to tell, and that's ultimately what we are. We are storytellers. Unathi, thank you so much for your efforts behind the scenes on behalf of our amazing crew and all of those working in our amazing industry. A very big thank you.
Thank you.
So if you work in the film industry, head on over to chikhululu.org.za. We've got those details on screen to find out whether you're eligible to qualify for this current relief fund and get all the application requirements. Do it right now.